Welcome back to Behind the Times Gaming. I'm JD, and we're down here in Golgoroth Cellar, guys, in the hard mode Kingsfall raid. We're going to do the Golgoroth Challenge here. I'm going to show you guys how to go about doing the Golgoroth Challenge, so you guys can get that lovely calcified fragment, guys. You know you want it. I don't know what I'm going on with, guys. Most times you just listen to me. So what we're doing here is we have 3 people on the left and 3 people on the right. So the strategy we use is we just use the one orb strategy. So basically you're going to count off from 1 to 6, and that's the order that you're going to take Golgoroth Gaze. So I believe on this I was number 3, guys. So number 1's going to take the Gaze first. I might have been number 1. I'm not quite sure now. But basically, number 1 is going to take the Gaze, and you're going to drop the first orb. Everyone's going to jump down, do as much damage as you can, and then it's great if the first Gaze holder does a countdown from 10. So the Gaze holder number 2 knows that he has to get out, usually around 7 seconds to get set up, so he can take the Gaze from the Gaze holder. So yeah, I was running Gaze 1, guys. I was Gaze 1. And then after the second guy takes it, number 3 just takes it as soon as he can, then number 4 takes it as soon as he can, so on and so forth till number 6. Another strategy as well, we only just did 1 orb. I think at the end we went ahead and did the last Gaze as well was a damage step, but for the first part we just did the first Gaze was a damage step, guys. If you want, you can do first and last Gaze, which means on the 5th Gaze, everybody starts working on the last orb, which you'll see at the end of this video as well. And then when the 6th Gaze takes it, you guys start doing extra damage on them. If you got a good team, you can down Golgoroth in 2 goes using the strategy where you do damage on the first and the last Gaze. Okay, so yeah, self-res, guys, don't worry about it. So right now we're just passing back the Gaze back and forth. I'm just kind of working on all those exploder thralls in the middle, keeping them going. And there we go. This should be the last Gaze they're grabbing now. Everybody needs to grab a Gaze. That's the thing. That's the challenge. Every time you go for Golgoroth, everybody needs to grab the Gaze. So once the Gaze is over, you rinse and repeat. Work on your side. Make sure the ads in the middle are clear. Pretty simple, guys. Okay, so for everybody who's wondering as well, this is going to give you Calcified Fragment 44. So that means that 45 is going to be good old Oryx, which of course will be next week. We'll get that video up too. So here we go. We cleared our side, cleared the left, guys clear the right. Just like normal, guys. Pretty much the only big difference between the way you guys normally run Golgoroth and the way you run it now is that after you do your damage phase, everybody needs to pass the Gaze back and forth so everybody holds the Gaze. And that's really all it took, guys. It's super easy. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it for this. Now, what you're gonna wanna for sure make sure if your guys are running the double Gaze strat where you do damage on the first Gaze and damage on the 6th Gaze, is there's 2 things you want. It's nice to have a defender that can drop a bubble. That Weapons of Light is nice, especially if they have Helmet Stage 14, because it'll kind of slow down the guys coming out of the door behind you. You also want to have a Hunter who can drop a tether. You don't want to hit Golgoroth, you kind of want to hit him right in front of his feet, because that'll also protect you from some of those exploding thralls as well. Because as they're running to come at you, they will get held up by that tether, and it'll give you a second to take them out before they hit you. It's also good to have one person designated to killing the exploding thralls when you are running. Guys, when you are running the double Gaze strat, it's good to have someone who is concentrating solely on killing those exploding thralls on the 6th gaze. It's not a problem on the 1st gaze because you guys all jump out before the thralls really even come out. But on that 6th gaze, it's nice to have somebody else doing the damage, which means you're going to have one guy holding the gaze, and then the other 5 you're going to be down there in the hole. So that means you can have one guy concentrating on damage, which means you have, one guy concentrating on those exploders, which means you have 4 guys concentrating on doing damage. So like I said, if you guys do well, and you have the light, and you get down there and cause the damage, especially with weapons of light and that tether, it should be no problem dropping them in 2. I've certainly seen it done in 2. If not 2, definitely 3 goes to drop them. I think this one took us 4. I think we did 4 rounds of gazes to finally drop them. But we were taking it simple, taking it easy, because I take it most people out there are just going to run the 1 orb damage strat. So you pass the gaze back and forth, but you only do damage on the 1st orb. I've seen some people talk about passing the gaze back and forth at the start, and then doing your 1 damage on the 6th orb, which is a strat I really don't understand, because by the time you get to the 6th orb, you're going to have all those exploders in the middle. It's way easier to do damage on the 1st step than pass gaze back and forth. If you're doing damage on the 6th, why not do damage on the 1st as well and get double damage? It just makes more sense that way, guys. So, if you guys are wondering, damage on the 1st gaze is way, way easier. So that's what you want to be doing. So yeah, at this point, guys, we noticed he was super low. So I just called out to the team. I said, hey guys, we're going to do damage on the 6th. We're going to finish him off. So right now we're passing back and forth gaze, and you're going to see now when the 5th guy takes the gaze, we're going to start working on the orb. So that was 3, that's 4. So the 5th guy here is about to take the gaze, and I'm going to start working on that orb so we can drop that orb and be ready to go when 6th grabs it. Okay, so we're dropping the orb. Boom. 6th grabs the gaze. We jump down in there and just light them up, guys. It doesn't really matter. Just shoot him. He only had a sliver left, so why not finish him off, we said. Okay, now Golgoroth is a little different than all the other guys. I don't know if the chest drops inside of him or what's going on, but I found I had to run through Golgoroth to get all my stuff. It takes a second for... There it is. There's the Calcified Fragment, guys. And there is that lovely Devourer of Light. Oh, there's the chest. It was the chest. Guys, don't listen to me. I don't know why you guys even listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. So here we go. All the stuff I got. So, like I said, we ran it on hard, which means we got artifacts. So it seems like every round is going to give you some artifacts, guys. So I got another 310 artifact, another 320 artifact. I got a 320 chest piece, which was super great. And of course, the Calcified Fragment, you got the emblem as well, which was super great. So I had to go through here and actually sort that stuff out, because I have way too much stuff, guys. Are you guys all having that problem too? Just way too many goodies going on right now. So guys, that is it for taking down Golgoroth. That's all it takes, guys. I hope you guys have fun. I know this video is going up a little late, and you guys can't really take advantage of it right now. But in 2 weeks... if the challenges are the same, there shouldn't be any problem you guys using this strat, going ahead, getting that good Golgoroth gear. If you do it on normal, you're going to get those guaranteed 310s, and if you do it on hard, you're going to get guaranteed 310s, along with the guaranteed 320s. Super great way to level up. Super fun challenge. I loved passing the gaze back and forth. I think I'm going to use that as my new strat, doing damage on both the 1st and the last. Well, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for coming down. Make sure you guys click the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Down below is a link to my Twitch. You should go check that out with all the goodies. Come play with me and all my friends. You should also go check out my Twitter for all the news and updates and a little bit of my life that tends to seep on through. That's it for me, guys. Love you all. Hope you had a great time, and hope to see you all back inside Destiny.